Hi everyone, good morning. I would like to talk about few interview questions on to the topic of NLP. NLP means natural language processing. So today I will cover few interview questions which will be asked during interviews of AML job interviews. First one is, what is ANN? ANN means artificial neural network. Now, I like to talk about what are the problems will be solved by ANN. So, if you look at our ALML scenarios, there are few topics which are classifications and regressions. Those will be kind of problems, those will be solved by ANN. Next one is, what are the examples of problems can be solved by ANN. For example, there is a problem and like house price prediction. So if you want to predict the price for house, then we can use ANN. For example, input would be house size and as well as number of rooms required. So if we provide these two as inputs to house price prediction model, then output would be the price. It will predict the price. So this kind of problems can be solved by ANN. Now next topic is CNN. CNN means convolutional neural network. Now it is all about data which is in the form of images and videos. Now we will look at the use cases of ANN, which are image classifications and object detections. These are the few examples can be solved using CNN. Now coming to the NLP and deep learning. What is NLP and deep learning? As we know, natural language processing is the expansion of NLP. So, what NLP says is data would be in the form of sequential. So, here sequential data is very important. For example, there is a NLP model. If you provide input in the form of sequence of data, for example, if you type the food is, then automatically it would provide so many options like tasty, good, bad. So this is the example of NLP. Here key point is sequence of data. When you type something and that would be in the form of sequence and that would be understandable by the NLP model, and it will automatically provide the next options which would be suitable for the sentence what you type. Now, now I like to talk about few use cases of NLP and deep learning. First use case is text generation. As I said, when you type input as this is Google, then automatically it will provide some options like this is Google company and this is Google ad, something like that. So when you type something and that is in the form of sequence and that would be understandable by NLP model easily, and it will automatically provide the next suitable option. Now next one is next example is chatbot conversation. You type something and it would provide some answer. That is the best example of NLP. So that comes under chatbot conversation applications. As we know, if you ask something to chatbot application, it will automatically provide some answer. That is the one use case of NLP and deep learning. Now, moving on to the next best use case of NLP and deep learning is language translation. Whenever you provide some input, for example, in English, automatically it will translate that text into the German, for example. So, this is called language translation. Next use case is auto suggestion. So, automatically Gmail, so when you type something it will automatically provide some meaningful text. So if you want that you can opt for that suggestion. So that is the one best use case of NLP and deep learning. Yeah, thank you for today's interview questions. We will meet again in the next session.